Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Xander and Sarah revived their sentiment. Xander got back from his run, and Sarah was sitting tight for him. I was beginning to become stressed over you. You were absent for so much time. There were this multitude of alarms, Sarah said. Xander said he had been in the zone and had run farther than expected. Xander shrugged and said that Everett could tell him about the police activity in the morning. We could keep awake until late and watch the news, then perhaps have a beverage, Sarah said. Xander acknowledged that the offer was appealing, but he needed to take a bath and sleep. I'll take the first shift if you just tell me when Victoria wakes up. Sarah, just enjoy your evening, Xander advised. Xander withdrew briskly to his room. While Xander was in the shower, Sarah went along with him. I thought we were taking things slow, Xander said. We can accept things as delayed as you need. Sarah stated, the more slowly, the better. Xander kissed Sarah after she wrapped her arms around his neck. After shower sex, Xander conveyed Sarah into his room. I love you. I never halted, Sarah murmured. I love you. I never halted, Xander said. Xander and Sarah fell back onto the bed. Chad thanked Maggie for the clean clothes and shelter in the Kiriaki's mansion. Julie gazed into space. Where's Doug? Maggie inquired. Higher up with the children. He would rather not walk out on them, Chad said. Julie shuddered on the lounge chair. Chad conceded that he had not had the option to deal with the circumstance yet. Chad said, but Julie was so brave. Julie gazed peacefully. She forever is. Furthermore, I realize you were, as well, as you forever are, Maggie said. Maggie, who was sitting next to Julie, reassured Julie that she, Doug, and the children were safe. Our home was ablaze, however it's simply a house. It's merely a physical thing. Your house is actually your loved ones. Individuals that you love is your house, right? Julie stated, Maggie concurred. With a shake of her head, Julie said she didn't have the foggiest idea about why the house had burned to the ground. Chad made sense of that it was his shortcoming. Chad educated Julie and Maggie regarding the mysterious call he had gotten. I think it was recompense for a story we ran in the Observer about the medication ring. Clyde let me know that assuming I distributed it, I'd be heartbroken, Chad said. Didn't you take it lightly? A danger from Clyde Weston, the man that killed your better half? Julie hollered. Julie asked Chad for what good reason he had printed the story. Before Chad could answer, Julie said she comprehended that Chad could never have anticipated the fire, yet she didn't have the foggiest idea about why Chad had not informed the family concerning the danger. I wish I would have. It's my issue, Chad said. Maggie conflicted. It's the demonstration of a mischievous, indecent man, Maggie contended. No. I ought to have viewed his aggressive statement in a serious way since I understand what that man is able to do, Chad stammered. Julie apologized. The house is scorched, the tradition of Tom and Alice. Yet, I shouldn't attack you. You're not to fault. You're not to fault at all, Julie said. Chad said it was okay, yet Julie apologized once more. The individual to fault is Clyde. My God, how this should hurt you, the man that removed Abigail from you, away from us all, Julie said. That is the reason I distributed the story in any case. I had to bring him down, even though I wanted to. Furthermore, I needed to make him pay so seriously for how he treated my Abby and to my children, and for leaving them without a mother, Chad made sense of. Julie inquired as to whether the call had been from Clyde. Chad explained that the call had come from a blocked number and that the voice had been distorted. Anyway, you didn't inform the police regarding the call? Maggie inquired. Chad acknowledged that he had not yet reported the call to the police. With a gesture, Chad declared that he would go to the police headquarters and give his telephone to the police to check whether they could track down any data. After Chad left, Maggie guaranteed Julie that there would be a retribution for Clyde. Figuring schmeckening. The house was ablaze. We've lost the family ancestry. The photos, the scrapbooks, my grandmother's, the Christmas decorations, Julie stammered. Julie separated in tears. What might my grandparents say? Julie spoke softly. They'd say, express gratitude toward God, all of you got out protected and safe. And as you mentioned earlier, a home does not consist of material possessions. It's family and your loved ones, Maggie said. Julie gestured in arrangement. Rafe inquired about updates with Jada at the police station. Jada clarified that officers were on the move, interviewing witnesses and retrieving security footage. What might be said about Harris's telephone? Rafe inquired. We're attempting to find that at this point. What's up? Jada inquired. Rafe affirmed that Harris was alive yet in basic condition. Rafe got some information about the bar. Everybody is fine, however I'll update you on that later, Jada said. Rafe told Jada that official Phillips was positioned at the clinic to write about Harris. I figured I could be more helpful here, Rafe said. Wendy showed up, and Jada requested that she clean through traffic camera film. Of course, however, could I at any point converse with you and Rafe, first in private? Wendy inquired. Rafe and Jada accompanied Wendy into the cross-examination room. See, I could do without being a narc. Be that as it may, what befell Harris, I assume I presumably ought to have let you know this sooner, Wendy said. Jada urged Wendy to converse with them. A few evenings ago, Ava essentially owned up to me and Tripp that something was happening at the bistro. Something that could cause her problems. Furthermore, she said she didn't maintain that we should be involved. She didn't maintain that we should be in harm's way, as well, Wendy said. What type of threat? Rafe inquired. Wendy said Ava had not been explicit, yet she had focused on that they couldn't confide in the police. Did she say why? Jada inquired. Wendy noticed that Ava had contended that the police could be more bad than the Horde, in light of her experience. Did you notice any surprising way of behaving from Ava? Jada inquired. Wendy acknowledged that Ava had been devoted to driving Tripp and her out of town. It resembles in the event that she can inspire us to leave, then, at that point, we will not be around for anything peril is out there, Wendy said. Wendy added that she accepted that Stefan was involved. Rafe asked Wendy to watch Ava and thanked her for the information. I don't have the foggiest idea. That is somewhat bizarre. Keeping an eye on my sweetheart's mom, Wendy said. Jada focused on that Wendy's perceptions could help the examination. I don't need to let you know this, however there's some truly difficult business going down the present moment, Jada said. Wendy was willing to assist. This stays between us, all right? No other person will realize that you're giving us intel or what that intel is, Rafe said. You can't tell anybody, Wendy. Not even Tripp, Jada added. Official Goldman went into the room with a proof pack, and she made sense of that an official had found a burner telephone in a dumpster close to the bistro. Wendy was given the phone by Rafe to work on. I'll get it printed and run the numbers on the telephone, Wendy said. Wendy vowed to send an update to Rafe when she had anything. After Wendy and Goldman left, Rafe went to Jada. I don't have the foggiest idea what is up with Ava, however we really want to stop to talk with her, Rafe said. She certainly knows more than what she is talking about, Jada concurred. Rafe got some information about the bar. Rafe was informed by Jada that Harris had kept Lucas safe in his room. I'm telling you, Clyde Weston is making things happen from within, Rafe said. Yet, how would we demonstrate that? Jada inquired. Rafe contended that they expected to find the infantrymen and make them flip on Clyde.